Who says this place can't get loud? Let's go down to the field. Both sidelines are covered. Chris Myers first up.
Well, Joe, we'll soon find out if the Redskins defense has the advantage or who does. They're the first team to face Dak Prescott a second time during his rookie season. They've been searching through video to try and find a fault in his game. They haven't found any, neither was anyone else. They still feel their best chance is make him win this game. Joe Barry, defensive coordinator, telling me in the pregame, it's no secret. We're going to have to bring a lot of pressure at a lot of different times and hope that just maybe this once, Dak Prescott will play like a rookie. Now let's head over to the other sideline and Aaron Andrews.
Chris, Dak Prescott telling me he has grown and seen so much since that Week 2 matchup. He said the one thing he remembers not being as confident, letting it rip into the end zone. He said, I was hesitant. I couldn't see things develop. Not the case anymore. Jason Witten comparing Dak to a hitter, saying he's seeing the same pitches over and over. He can make the reads and the adjustments. Joe?
All right, Aaron, thank you. He did not throw a touchdown pass in that win, but he did get his first fourth quarter comeback. He ran for a touchdown. His first touchdown throw would come the next week against Chicago. Cowboys won the toss, and they will start at the 25. As Hopkins drills it out of the back of the end zone, and here comes Dak Prescott, who has a quarterback rating that is ridiculous, 108.6. And you see the numbers. He just doesn't turn the ball over. 17 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions.
Well, as I mentioned, he's thrown for over 300 yards in the last 2 weeks against the Steelers, and then the #1 ranked defense, the Baltimore Ravens. His best game on Sunday, 75% completion, 350 yards against that Ravens defense.
This is Lucky Whitehead on an end around, and he's got a first down on the first handoff from Prescott. Kerrigan on the stop, and a 15-yard carry by Whitehead to start the day.
Well, this is something that the Cowboys had shown in 6 consecutive weeks. They'd hand the ball to Lucky Whitehead. They run that in order to keep the backside from over pursuing and trying to tackle Zeke Elliott. They open the game with it here. Pick up a nice game.
Here's Elliott near sideline. And man, does he bring it. He can get up to top speed in a blink, and that's a 4-yard catch for Ezekiel Elliott. And offensively, led by 2 rookies, you see what they've been able to do statistically.
And they've been able to do it about every weekend, no matter who they're playing. Now, this Redskins defense did a nice job Week 2 corralling Ezekiel Elliott in his second NFL game, but he's a far different runner today than he was then.
Here he is with a cutback. Still going. Out of bounds at the 35. Feed him.
Well, Doug Free's going to collapse here, and then they bring the tight end back across. Jason Witten, he kicks out. You see the lane then that Ezekiel Elliott has. The Cowboys are off to a great start.
Say what we said during the pregame. This is a short week for this Washington team. They played on Sunday night, had to travel here to Arlington, and taking on an offense that wants to grind you into the ground. Here's Elliott. How's his Thanksgiving so far? First down inside the 25, and he shoved Will Compton away on his way to a 12-yard run.
Will Compton was the only one who had a chance to try to make a play, and he was coming from the opposite side. He just didn't have much of an opportunity. Just good downfield blocking. So far on these runs, the Cowboys and their offensive line have controlled the line of scrimmage, but they've been able to get secondary blockers up to the linebacker level.
Prescott keeps it, gets away from Kerrigan, and throws for Beasley. And the catch is good, just outside the 10.
Well, the Cowboys make you defend. the entire field. Ryan Kerrigan, he comes a little too flat, and he allows Prescott then to get on the edge. And of course, Cole Beasley, he's having the best season of his career. He's come up big each and every week, just a hard guy to cover, but you've got to anticipate the boots with Dak Prescott and not get caught up in looking into the backfield expecting Elliott to have the ball.
Bottom of the screen, Des Bryant and Josh Norman face to face. Here's Elliott. Getting shoved by Martin. Zach Martin was on his back and pushed Zeke Elliott down inside the 5. 2nd and 3. That's a lot of muscle and girth pushing toward the end zone, and the feet of Ezekiel Elliott were in the air. He liked it. Elliott, touchdown. th rushing touchdown for Dallas, in the 10th for this incredible rookie Ezekiel Elliott.
How about that start? Left guard Ron Leary right here, and then center Travis Frederick. They're able to get a push and create just enough, and then move the pile and get Ezekiel Elliott across the goal line. And that's an impressive drive by this running game of the Dallas Cowboys.
Elliott on that drive, 5 touches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. Prescott didn't have to do much behind this big offensive line. The 2 rookies take the ball down the field, started at their own 25. And put up 7. They've won 9 straight, and they are led by the rookies. 7-0 Dallas early. Spanish language broadcast available on both Fox Deportes and by utilizing SAP on our broadcast. 5th time this year the Cowboys have taken their opening drive into the end zone for 7. And the 7th time in 11 games that they've put up points. First time they've touched it offensively. And Maurice Harris takes a knee. The drive will start at the 25, and we are so happy to welcome to our broadcast booth. I know you are, Mike
Well,
Pereira.
so am I. I'm happy too.
It's
great
a little
to,
security blanket right here.
Yeah.
great to be here. I love watching the kicking game, by the way. You know, the 12 missed extra points. Kickers are perfect here so far today,
Yeah.
but that's had a huge impact in the game, which is what the league wanted. Every time there's an extra point, they go, ugh. And it actually made the difference in the game. Ask the Saints, who got beat by Denver when the defense scored a 2-point touchdown.
Blair Walsh says thank you.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Yeah.
I bet he does.
On first down, pass is caught by Vernon Davis, who's had a resurgence of late. And Sean Lee on the tackle, a gain of 5. And Kirk Cousins, here are the Redskins now. You see what he's done the last 5 games. 10 touchdowns, 2 picks, and they're hurrying things up.
Yeah, he's been red hot as well. This offense has been really dynamic. A lot of big plays down the field. They've gotten ballots with the running game too.
Over the middle, pass is caught. That's a first down for Robert Kelly. And for the rookie out of Tulane, who played halfback and fullback there, Troy, he's kind of come out of nowhere, and he's taken over the running back spot.
Yeah, he has. He's given them a little something in terms of running the football. He had a heck of a game on Sunday night against those Green Bay Packers, and the best thing that he has done is he has held on to the football, and that's something that Matt Jones was unable to do. But the Redskins opening up with an up-tempo offense, trying to stress this defense.
Now trying the left side, and with a full head of steam is Robert Kelly, who made that last catch, a gain of 4. Terrell McClain on the tackle, and it's about time people start recognizing how good of an offensive mind, and beyond that, how good of a head coach Jay Gruden is.
Yeah, and not his first time as a head coach. He was a head coach in the Arena League. Certainly had a lot of experience there as a player as well. He's He's got a wealth of knowledge about offense, and they do a great job, as good a job as anybody in the league within their offensive scheme.
Second down and 6. Cousins out to his right, throws for Jackson. And Deshaun Jackson down at the 39, and a good start here for Washington, down by 7.
You see Deshaun Jackson, he runs the deep crossing route. It's play action to the left. They roll Kirk Cousins back to the right. The Cowboys, they don't contain Cousins. He's able to get outside, throws well on the run, lays it perfectly to Deshaun Jackson.
19-yard completion to number 11. He's been bothered by a bad shoulder. But part of an attack last Sunday night that got yardage in big chunks against Green Bay. On first down, Kelly left side. Well strung out by this defensive line for Dallas. The Dallas defense is looking for more takeaways. No gain on that carry by Kelly, and right now they are tied for 5th in points per game and overall the 13th ranked defense in the NFL.
Well, and one of the things that Rod Marinelli, he always talks about is takeaways, and they've started out the year pretty decent, but boy, the last 3 weeks they have failed to create a takeaway.
Have only 4 interceptions all year. Pass caught by Reed, and he is immediately dropped by J.J. Wilcox. A gain of 4, 3rd and 6.
Well, Jordan Reed, he certainly is one of the elite guys for this Redskins offense, especially on this down right here. J.J. Wilcox, he comes up, he makes a tackle as soon as the ball's caught, but look for Jordan Reed on 3rd down. That has been Kirk Cousins' primary target in these situations.
These receivers have to look back into the sun. And they're looking for a throw from Cousins, 3rd and 6. Pressure, wide open, first down, and there he is, Jordan Reed. And there isn't a tight end more targeted across the NFL by quarterbacks than Reed. That one good for 12.
Well, the Cowboys run 2 deep coverage, man underneath, and the release by Crowder, he takes Byron Jones, who was in coverage on Jordan Reed. It's a natural pick there, and that's why Jordan Reed was left as open as he was in the flat. Nice combination by offensive coordinator Sean McVay.
Cousins has started 5 for 5. Quick setup and throw, and Cousins got popped as he let it go. Garcon was the target. Let's see who got in there. Might have been Irving, but we'll see.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 32. There's a 5-yard penalty and automatic. First down.
First we'll show you the penalty, then the hit on Kirk Cousins. Here's the hold against Scandrick.
Yeah, there's an inside slide, and then the hit on Cousins. The Cowboys, they run a twist defensively up front, and they're able to get David Irving is the one who comes around and then puts the hit on Kirk Cousins. He's been afforded. You talk about the protection that Dak Prescott has had. Kirk Cousins has had good protection as well. This offensive line very good in pass protection.
Here's Thompson, runs right into 2 bodies, and there are 3 more to help bring him down. And a loss of 3. First guy there was Wilcox, who was coming on a blitz. Sean Lee as well.
The inside pressure, they bring J.J. Wilcox, and Rod Marinelli is not a defensive coordinator that likes to bring a lot of pressure. But when you get down into this situation, they're trying to just stall this offensive momentum.
What a job Marinelli has done with this defense. Only 1 Pro Bowler on this defense, and that's Sean Lee. 2nd and 13. Cousins chased, got rid of it, flag. It's a hold against Washington.
Holding. Offense, number 79. That's a 10-yard penalty. Replay. Second down.
It's Ty Nsekhe, who's done such a good job taking over for the suspended Trent Williams.
Yeah, he sure has. He's a big man, and you see he just got high, and that's the hold. The hit comes from Sean Lee. Brandon Sheriff, the right guard, he just fails to come off of his block and pick it up, but the hold on Nsekhe is going to back him up.
Ball to 32, second down and 23. Delayed handoff. Thompson to the 26. Third and long coming up, a gain of 6. McLean on the stop.
You try to get as much as you can and make it a somewhat manageable third down, but this is third and long, and this Redskins offense against Green Bay did a nice job of converting when they got down into the red zone, of coming away with some touchdowns, but they've not been good overall this year cashing in.
Crowder brought down immediately by Durant. Fourth down.
That's a good stop by this Cowboys defense, and Justin Durant coming in on third and long and tackling a pretty dynamic player there in the open field.
We have 43-yard try by Dustin Hopkins. Second week in a row that Rick Lovato is the center for field goals and punting, with their typical long snapper Nick Sundberg out with a bad back, and Morgan Moses is called on with a play clock at 0 and a timeout taken by the Washington sideline.
First charge timeout. Washington. It's a 30-second timeout.
So Jay Gruden took the timeout on the sideline to avoid the 5-yard penalty with play clock approaching 0. Next weekend, the Pac-12 and Big Ten championships are right here on Fox. It all starts next Friday with the Pac-12 championship, with coverage beginning at 8 Eastern. Then next Saturday, it's the Big Ten championship. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern. It's all on Fox, or you can watch it live on Fox Sports Go.
Yeah, you look at these first two possessions. The Cowboys go down with the running game. They come away with a touchdown. The Washington Redskins, they're moving the ball. They're having to settle for a field goal attempt. Already feeling a little pressure if you're the Redskins, not matching touchdown for touchdown based on how easy it looked for the Cowboys on their opening drive.
Hopkins from 43 is no good. Now 23 of 28 is Hopkins. Good snap, good hold, kick pulled left. And the reaction from Morgan Moses, it was wide. Happy Thanksgiving from all of us to all of you. Sun is shining brightly outside. Weather is ideal here in Arlington, Texas, and the Dallas Cowboys up 7-0, take over at their own 33, and the Redskins just burned a timeout and missed the kick. And because it went over the top, Mike Pereira reminding us that's not reviewable. Under 4.5 to go, first quarter, and Elliott is wrapped up in the backfield. That's Baker, and he gets up and says feed him, and I wouldn't argue with him.
Well, Chris Baker is a heck of a football player, an interior defensive lineman, and he's a load no matter who's trying to block him. Ron Leary this time, he draws the assignment, but he's good against the run. He's very elusive. He's got good feet. He moves well, and he's been good as an interior guy, as a pass rusher as well. He's going to have to play well in this game today for the Redskins to be able to slow down this running game. Makes a great play on first down.
Volunteer! Come on, Boston! 51 Boston!
Prescott out to his left, throws it away. Boy, Dak is doing a lot pre-snap. We've heard it a few times already here in this first quarter.
You talk about it. That's one of the areas where he's really grown, as you would expect. He comes in, they kept things pretty basic, and as he's gotten more and more experience, he's been able to make some checks, change some of the calls at the line of scrimmage.
Well, now Prescott faced with a 3rd and 15 as Lance Dunbar comes into the backfield. First 3rd down they've faced. Didn't have one on that opening drive. Down the sideline. Pass is incomplete for Butler. And there are no flags. Breeland in coverage. 4th down.
Looked like some contact from here. Bashad Breeland is the one in coverage on Bryce Butler. A hand check. Arms, a lot of contact. I was surprised not to see a pass interference on that call.
Scott Linehan, the offensive coordinator, livid on the sideline. You can see Breeland get a hold of the arms of Bryce Butler, but no call. Jones gets rid of it. And at the end of a 56-second drive, the ball is tapped down at the 19. Redskins get it right back as they trail by 7. The stadium well known for its artwork. A rather artistic shot by Rich Russo here in Arlington. Cowboys starting at the 19-yard line. First down, Washington. Cousins, little play action, steps into it and airs it out. Jackson's not even looking for it.
I don't know if it got caught in the sun or not, or if he just didn't know that the ball had been thrown. A little surprised there that Kirk Cousins took a shot. It was good coverage by the Cowboys. This is a team that likes to go downtown with the football, but you're going to see that Byron Jones was in pretty good position there, and Jackson just never saw the ball come out.
He's, I think, signaling that with the sun coming through those windows at the end of the stadium, he's looking back into it. Couldn't find the ball. 2nd and 10, delayed handoff. Here's Kelly. And a nice gain on 2nd and 10 for Washington. Carr on the tackle, a gain of 8.
Well, you're not kidding. I mean, this guy is tough to get on the ground. He's a big back. He's 230 pounds, and you just don't bring a guy in as an undrafted free agent and expect him to be your workhorse. But as I said earlier, he's really given this offense something. One of the reasons that they've been able to pick it up is they have found some balance with their running game, and it's helped them with their play action game.
3rd and 2. Toss to Thompson running right. He's got it at the 30. Took a big hit at the end of it. Sean Lee was there for Dallas, but a gain of 3 and a first down.
Well, good blocking up front as you see the hit that Sean Lee puts on him, but they bring everybody down tight and then they outflank them. And then you've got to be able to block from outside in, and the Redskins are able to and pick up a nice first down. This is a Redskins offense that leads the NFL in the fewest number of 3 and outs. So they're hard to get off the field in 3 plays, and they keep this drive alive.
Hey, 2 spots 50. Hey, 2 spots. Hey, watch the Dallas, alert Dallas. Hey, easy. Hey, 200 jet. Hey, lucky, 56. 200 jet. Run now. Set.
Quick setup and throw. Pass caught by Garcon. A gain of 5 with Anthony Brown in coverage. Garcon really playing well, a free agent to be. He's a big-bodied wide receiver. Weighs 211, a 6-footer, and you can see he's hard to get to the ground.
Yeah, he's hard to get to the ground. He really is a technician. I know Kirk Cousins always tells us he needs to thank Peyton Manning for bringing him along the way that he did when he started out his career with the Colts. You view him more as a possession guy, the intermediate route runner, but shoot, last week or Sunday night against the Packers, he went 70 yards on a deep post, so he does have the ability to still get by people.
Cousins has started 7 for 8, protected, throws, Crowder into Dallas territory, and Jamison Crowder down inside the 30. And another big strike from this Redskins offense, that one good for 38.
You see the blocking up front, but Kirk Cousins has enough time, and they run the deep crossing route. They cut the split. Jamison Crowder, and with his speed running the deep cross, and Kirk Cousins, he gets to his third read, and you give Kirk Cousins that kind of time with these receivers, he's going to pick you apart.
Took a hit at the end of it, thankfully able to get up. Longest play of the game at 38 yards. Could be the final play of the opening quarter. Here's Davis. The longtime 49er, Vernon Davis, sets up first and goal. That's how we'll open the second quarter. And this Fox Thanksgiving special will return after these messages. And a word from your local Fox station. Dallas up 7. First and goal from the 5. And Kirk Cousins is going to split out with Kelly in the backfield. Direct snap and throw that play away. That didn't work. Byron Jones in to make the stop, a loss of 1.
Well, they bring in an extra lineman, and they just have a missed assignment on the right side of that offensive line, and it allows Byron Jones just to shoot the gap, and Robert Kelly didn't have any chance. See right here on the edge, he just doesn't collapse down. That's Vernon Davis, or excuse me, Jordan Reed, and he doesn't collapse and gives Byron Jones a clean shot.
Kirk Cousins 9 for 10 to start the day. Protected, throws it away. The last drive for Washington got into the red zone and then went backward. Now they're set up with a 1st and 5. A 1st and goal from the 5. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 6.
Yeah, that's the problem. That first drive, they got inside the 20, and then they had penalties that backed them up, and they missed the field goal. Now they start out 1st and goal, from the 5-6 yard line, and this would be really demoralizing again for this offense if they're not able to cash in.
Cousins out to his right, end zone, incomplete. And Reed slow to get up. Let's see what happened. So they'll check on Jordan Reed. It'll be 4th down when we come back with Dustin Hopkins on the field. There's the hit. Jordan Reed was able to pop up and get off the field. He's just gone underneath now to get looked at. So away he goes before a 24-yard field goal try by Dustin Hopkins. One for 2. First it was Jordan Reed who got hit hard by Jeff Heath, and on the other side of the field while that was going on, Crowder turned his right ankle. 7-3 game. Second quarter. Legends hospitality here at AT&T Stadium. 9,200 pounds of turkey, 1,800 pounds of potatoes, 420 gallons of gravy. A 7-3 game. Cowboys on top as Hopkins kicks it to the back of the end zone and threw it. Dak Prescott heads back to work, and we send it down to Aaron.
Let's check out an evolution of Dak mania this season in the headlines, Joe. Of course, fans wondering how patient Dallas would be with the rookie quarterback, and then reports no way they start Dak over a healthy Tony Romo. And then it comes out that Dak, well, he just doesn't look like a fluke. And of course, then Romo finally faces the media and gives his thoughts on the new quarterback, Dak Prescott. Joe.
That led into Sunday's game, the press conference by Tony Romo, and now for the second straight week, Romo's active, but he's the backup as Prescott sets up, throws. Des Bryant, first of the day, and he gets 9.5.
Yeah, that quarterback room last week was a little different from one Dak had gotten used to through the first part of the year because Romo was healthy. and he was attending the meetings, and he was out on the practice field. And a little bit of a shaky start last week for Dak Prescott against that Baltimore's Ravens defense, but he settled in and had himself a heck of a day. But this has been tough for old number 9 to be healthy and on the bench as a guy who's led this franchise for the past decade.
It's been a lot of Des Bryant against Josh Norman here in the early going. 2nd and 1. Elliott's got a first down. And he takes Trent Murphy on a little ride, a gain of 3. Let's go down to Chris Myers.
Joe, Jordan Reed on that last play we saw when he winced in pain coming off his left shoulder. They brought him over to the bench. Team physician Dr. Robin West checked his left shoulder when they applied more pressure. He was in more pain. He's been taken to the locker room, so Reed is questionable for the remainder of this game.
Well, that's a big weapon for Jay Gruden. Not available right now. Dallas has the ball anyway and a first down. Prescott, great pocket. Witten, 71st Thanksgiving Day catch for Jason Witten, a 10-time Pro Bowler in his 14th year, and that's an all-time Thanksgiving record.
And Josh Norman, he's in coverage on Des Bryant. Des Bryant sells like he's going to run the go route. He turns him and goes to the post, and there was nobody out in front of him, no center fielder, and Dak just thought good coverage initially, and he got off of it. But had he have been able to stick with him, he had time. Had he have stuck with Des, that's 6 points.
Hey, some save it. Some save it. You won't save it. You won't. Oh no, I think.
Elliott, nothing. Well played by the Redskins up front. Ziggy Hood right in the middle of all of it. A loss of 1. 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, Ziggy Hood is another one of those defensive linemen that is going to have to play big in this game, and you got to get Zeke before he gets going, and it's just good movement on that defensive front. Chris Baker, Ziggy Hood, Ricky Jean-Francois, every one of them has got to do their job, and it's not easy to do with this powerful offensive line.
Prescott, Bryant, first down. Des Bryant with a 14-yard catch. And he was working against the rookie Kendall Fuller.
Yeah, they put him in the slot, and when they put Des Bryant in the slot, then he draws the rookie Kendall Fuller, and not necessarily a bad matchup as far as size goes, but certainly experience is a whole different matter. Pretty good route there by Des Bryant. Dak Prescott puts it on him.
Elliott cuts back, gets a yard. Kerrigan on the tackle, and Ryan Kerrigan fits the description of what the Cowboys really don't have, a pass rushing linebacker. He's got 8 sacks, and he's one of 5 players in NFL history to have 7.5 sacks or more each of his first 6 seasons. He is a good player.
Yeah, he's a real pro. He's a 6th-year player out of Purdue, and each week you know what you're going to get from him. He's a great effort guy. He was a great pickup for this Redskins team.
First round pick back in 2011, now 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Prescott in trouble, and down he goes. Kerrigan, and a flag comes in. It's a hold against Dallas, and they're going to decline it.
Holding. Offense, number 77. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is 3rd down.
Well, the hold was on Tyron Smith at the top. You see he's got a hold of him. Trent Murphy, 93, but here's the block. They try to bring Witten across, and Kerrigan's just too quick. He gets up the field, and there's just no body surface for Witten then to block, and he comes around the edge, keeps it going, and is able to make a play in the pocket on Prescott.
3rd down at 14. Beasley, what a throw, hit in stride, first down Dallas. And that is some combination for the Cowboys. Prescott and Beasley.
And Beasley didn't give him any of the bee sauce. I mean, that's what his new move. But look at the throw by Prescott. He gets Fuller turned around, and there's not a lot there. He had Witten more open in the flat. He decides to take the deeper throw, and he throws a perfect ball over the rookie right into the hands of Beasley.
They needed 14. They got 18 in a first down. Elliott, a little stutter step, and he takes it to the 28. Back to the throw by Prescott.
Yeah, these are some of the things that have really been impressive by Prescott in the pocket. I mean, that's a nice touch. Lays it out there. As I said, he could have come underneath to Witten. He would have been likely short of the first down. He'd have had made a tackle or miss. And he takes the deeper throw to Beasley and makes a perfect throw, and he's off to a great start.
Well, this Dallas offense can chew up some clock. Long drives all season. 2nd and 5. End zone. Butler overthrown.
Well, that's one Prescott would like back. He knows he missed an opportunity there. Butler's able to get in behind this defense. And these are the ones you just can't miss. That's they're working the rookie Kendall Fuller over right now, and they've gotten him turned around by several different people.
Witten and Butler open. Cowboys have already converted a 3rd and 8 and a 3rd and 14 on this drive. 11th play, and it's 3rd and 5.
Keep an eye on Beasley right here.
Pass is incomplete off the hands of Bryant. Covered by Norman. And then a chance for a pick.
Good matchup there. A well-thrown ball. It's one that, you know, Des Bryant typically will catch. Ball in the air, and they got a golden opportunity right there. Iheanacho to come down with the ball and end this drive. And now you give Dan Bailey a chance, and I don't think anything's out of his range.
46-yard try by Bailey, who's 19 for 21 on the year. And is becoming Mr. Automatic, if he isn't already. We'll be featuring this matchup all day long. 88 and 24. Dez and Josh. 7-point game. Well, Bailey made good from 46 yards away. It's a 47-yard drive. 12 plays and over 6 minutes off the clock. And the Cowboys lead is 7 again. And for the 3rd offensive possession for the Redskins, it will start at their own 25. The rivalry renewed today. Cowboys and Redskins. 7-point game. Clippers stayed in town after beating the Mavs last night. Blake Griffin is here. DeAndre Jordan, Brian Jersey on, running pass patterns before the game. Doc Rivers wanted to stick around and bring the team out. And they're seeing this rivalry between the Redskins and the Cowboys in a good game and an important game in the NFC playoff picture, and obviously in the division, the NFC East, where the Cowboys lead it with their 9 straight wins and a record of 9-1. The Washington Redskins have it for the 3rd time. They've had 2 red zone trips. They've come away with 3 points, and they're the standings with the Giants in their 5-game winning streak. Heading to Cleveland this weekend. Full division at 500 or better. 2nd and 6. Kelly right side. 3rd and short coming up. For more on Robert Kelly, let's go down to Chris Myers.
Well, Joe, there's a lot more to him than the Fat Rob nickname given to him, more for his heart size than his eating back in college. He was born in New Orleans. He had his family's house destroyed in Hurricane Katrina and became a Marshall Faulk fan, realized at that time there's no guarantees, so you have to play every snap very hard, and he's worked his way through the lineup, and now his head coach at his fourth start has said he's closed the door on the running back position.
3rd down and 2. Three-man rush. Cousins. 1st down. Garcon still going. And another good deep throw from Kirk Cousins, who's becoming one of the most accurate downfield throwers in the NFL.
Yeah, and once again, good protection up front by this offensive line. But defensively, Brandon Carr, you're expecting the ball to come out a little shorter. It's 3rd and 2. You're not anticipating a route quite that deep. Man coverage, he gets him turned. He's in a trail technique, and then Cousins puts it on the money to Pierre Garcon.
The NFC Offensive Player of the Week after 375 yards and 3 touchdowns and a quarterback rating of over 145 against the Packers on Sunday night. Kirk Cousins keeps it here, sets up a screen, and Kelly was tripped up. They let the play continue, and I think this play should have been blown dead back behind the line of scrimmage.
It sure looked to me like his knee was on the ground as he tries to regain his balance. We'll take a closer look at it.
He's brought to the ground, and he's down there. And they're going to move the ball back to the 42. And a loss of 2 on the play. Now they move it back 1 more to the 43.
Shoot, that's a guy they don't throw the ball to very often. Just 2 receptions coming into this game. They get it to him quick, but Dallas defensively, they're able to sniff it out and create a loss.
Possession number 3. Play clock at 0. No flag. Cousins to the sideline, and the pass is caught by Harris.
I'm not even sure how Kirk Cousins found him. I mean, you can see the sun in his eyes, and even after he had the ball, he was right in the pocket where he was. It looked to me initially like he was just trying to throw the ball away. But that's a good job by Cousins. You can see that he just can't, he couldn't hardly see where he was going with it. Dangerous throw, but I guess he saw him enough, and Harris able to come back down and make a play for at least a little bit of a gain.
And that rookie Maurice Harris's 5th catch. Becoming more and more of a viable option for Cousins. It's 3rd and 8. Cousins pass is broken up. No flag. Wilcox in coverage on Vernon Davis. 4th down.
Well, it's a good call by defensive coordinator Rod Marinelli. J.J. Wilcox, he's in man coverage, or excuse me, he's the free defender. He's dropping down. He's looking for the crossing route. He plays it perfectly, knowing that that's some of the things that the Redskins like to do versus man coverage. They have a free defender, and he's able to roam the field freely, and he drives on it and breaks it up.
55-yard try now for Dustin Hopkins. It would be his season long. 1 for 2 on the day. He's got the leg for it. But it's pushed right. And the sun continues to be an issue. Into the eyes of Kirk Cousins. Still a 7-point game.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm Pat Summerall here with my partner, John Madden.
No place that I would rather be today on Thanksgiving than right here, right now at a football game. And this is one of my favorite football days of the year every year.
And Turkey Day makes it better.
The great Pat Summerall and John Madden, best duo to ever do this. No John's watching back in Pleasanton, California, as Prescott rolls right to the sideline for Beasley. No flag, and it looked like Beasley got a hand up in the face. Brashad Breeland was in coverage.
Yeah, it looked like Breeland was looking around for the flag. I think he thought he got away with one too. Clearly he did. He's got his hand in the face mask, and definitely should have been a penalty everybody saw it except for the stripes. Breland kept looking. He was looking around, wondering where that flag was as well.
2nd and 10. That's a couple of misses by this crew on interference down the field. Alfred Morris now in the backfield with Prescott, and the former Redskin gets it and has a lot of room and a first down. A two-time Pro Bowl running back with the Washington Redskins, first year in Dallas, and he gets 12 on his first carry.
He's going to see the block up front with Doug Free. He's able to kick out, and then Zach Martin at right guard, and boy, there's a heck of a hole right there, and anyone could have ran through that.
Dez against Josh up at the top of the screen. Prescott looks down here for Beasley. Let's go back to the field goal. And everybody's dealing with the sun now at the end of the stadium. First of all, it's Hopkins trying to find the uprights, and watch our screen goes white as the camera tilts up right into the sun, and that one was blocked off to the right. It's got to be a disconcerting feeling for a field goal kicker to not really be able to locate the uprights.
Yeah, no question. Hopkins, even before the ball snapped him, it didn't appear that he could see what his target was.
Second and 5. Prescott. Pass caught. First down, Bryant. And he's got Norman on his back. Gain of 10.
Well, when they put Dez Bryant on the outside, then he has drawn Josh Norman. You go back to that week 2 matchup, they did not do that, and Dez had some nice plays in the first half. Second half, they made that adjustment. Now, when he lines up to the inside, that's when they draw the rookie, Kendall Fuller.
We're at the 2-minute warning. And maybe we'll see Bryant against Norman on the other side. First down, Dallas, as they lead by 7. Not the shootout that some expected coming into this game at this point. Josh Norman has covered Dez Bryant on half the pass plays today, and against Norman, Bryant 2 catches, 19 yards.
Well, this time he's on Terrence Williams at the top of the screen.
From the 28 on first down, Prescott keeps it, breaks a tackle, breaks another, and the big strong rookie quarterback out of bounds at the 10.
And whenever Dak Prescott keeps the ball on the read option, it's because he is reading it. It's not one of those that's designed where he's going to pull it no matter what. So they don't always read the defensive end, but when Prescott keeps the ball, that's why he reads it perfectly. He's a big guy trying to get down on the ground using the stiff arm. It's an excellent game.
18-yard carry. That's a season long for Prescott. Now 4 different Cowboys have a 10+ yard run in this half.
Well, this run game's hard enough to stop when it's just Elliott getting the ball, but then you combine that with the things that Prescott can do. It's been tough and taxing on every team this year.
They grant the timeout instead of a delay of game call. Dallas has 2 left. What's coming up at half on Thanksgiving? Here's Kurt.
All right, thanks a lot, Joe. I'm here in the control room where our director, Stephanie, is leading this entire crew that gets us all set for Thanksgiving. They're spending time away from their families. We thank them, and we make sure we thank you guys there as well. We'll also have highlights from Detroit and Minnesota, that game, and the Visa halftime. We'll see you then.
Kurt, thanks, and hello to Stephanie. And how about the Detroit Lions? They're 2-0 against the Vikings this year. They won 16-13 at home today over Minnesota. They lead the division by a game, plus they have the head-to-head over the Vikings. Congratulations to Clayton Kershaw's buddy, Matthew Stafford, the quarterback of the Lions, and Jim Caldwell. They're on a nice run. First and goal now. Dez against Josh at the bottom of the screen, and Prescott steps through and fires. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Terrence Williams.
ball had some heat on it. Prescott gets out. We'll see his feet were in. It looked good from here. Wow. That's a touchdown. That was a dart by Dak Prescott. Watch Terrence Williams. He sees Prescott outside. He does a good job of working back to the pylon and keeping Breland on his back. And a perfectly thrown ball, and he walks a tightrope right there. That's beautiful.
Second touchdown of the year for Terrence Williams. And this offense is hard to stop.
Terrence Williams, one of those guys, he's kind of sneaky. He'll just show up when you least expect it and make a play and let you know he's out there.
17-3. But there's time left now in this first half for Washington. What a catch. What body control by Terrence Williams. Dak's got another. So do the Cowboys. Cowboys today have gone touchdown, punt, field goal, touchdown. And a quick drive of 2 minutes, 6 seconds, 6 play, 55 yards, and the 10-yarder. Terrence Williams makes it a 14-point game, but time left for Washington. And this is what they do well. They'll start at their 25. Minute 45, 2 timeouts. And with pylon cam getting knocked on the touchdown by Williams, it leaves the official horizontal for the touchdown call.
Take another look at this touchdown by Dak Prescott and how he gets it right there on the money on the run. And field judge Steve Zimmer, the one right there, we showed how close that was to the sideline, and we beat these officials up enough. Steve Zimmer, the field judge, does an excellent job seeing that and making the right call.
Look at you, all charitable on Thanksgiving.
Hey, that's right. Hey, time to be thankful.
From the 25 underneath, it's Crowder with a catch, and he hops out of bounds. And I'm anxious to watch this Redskin offense go to work here with a minute 40. That a 7-yard completion to Crowder to start it.
Well, like I said, I mean, when you are not cashing in and then the Cowboys are moving the football, coming away with touchdowns, it starts putting a lot of pressure on your offense. And those 2 missed field goals clearly are huge right now in this first half. But they got down inside, what, the 10-yard line. They got to the 6, first and goal, and they failed to capitalize. They've got to start coming away with 6 points.
Largest deficit they've faced since week 1. A loss to the Steelers. Here's Crowder, first down, stays in for a moment, and then he's dragged out of bounds by Sean Lee at the 46. The Redskins have had it 3 times prior to this possession. 3 times they've taken it inside the Dallas 40. They have only 3 points.
And Jamison Crowder, his workload's going to pick up a little bit more as well, along with Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis, who's been excellent as a blocker. He's done some nice things in the passing game too, but when you lose the weapon of Jordan Reed, that's a big void. Jamison Crowder and Vernon Davis are going to pick that up.
Reed left with a shoulder injury early, out of the backfield, incomplete for Thompson. Tyrone Crawford in the face of Kirk Cousins when he just threw it away.
Well, Morgan Moses, the right tackle, he's been playing, but he's been battling an ankle injury. He's just been really toughing it out. And he got turned around a little bit there, and that was the pressure that Crawford was able to put on Cousins.
Cousins been hit 7 times, not sacked. Down the sideline for Davis, broken up. Byron Jones. And he's a safety who can also play corner and who can run, and he just showed it.
Yeah, and Vernon Davis can run too. He came into the league running a 4.3 40, so he can fly. This tells you the kind of speed that Byron Jones has as well. With Jordan Reed out, that's who Jones would be covering. Now he splits out on Vernon Davis. That was excellent coverage by him.
3rd down and 10. Now it switches the other way for Dallas. If they get a stop, they'll be thinking about timeouts. Three-man rush. Pass caught. Vernon Davis needed to make a move, and he made it for a first down. He can still do it. Former top 10 pick by the 49ers, 32 years old. Good work on Scandrick.
Well, he gets Orlando Scandrick to kind of throttle down, and if Scandrick just shoots his gun as soon as he catches it, if he makes the stop, he's short of the first down. But Davis is able to go get it, keep this drive going.
12-yard completion on 3rd and 10. Pass underneath. What a hit by Wilcox on Maurice Harris. And a timeout taken by the Redskins. Harris pops right back up after getting popped by Wilcox. A minute 4 left. Second down and 4. Pass to Jackson. Great throw and a catch in stride, and then Jackson brought down by Heath. And a completion of 25 yards to set up Washington.
Well, the Cowboys are running 2 deep coverage, so you've got to run a route to occupy the corner on the outside, and then that's the void within that zone, and they're able to get Deshaun Jackson in it, and Kirk Cousins puts it in there beautifully.
25-yarder down just outside the 10. Pass broken up. Brandon Carr made the play in front of Deshaun Jackson. And we go back to the 25-yarder.
They run Vernon Davis out to the flat, and that's what holds then the corner on the outside, and then you've got to beat the safety with the football, which is what Cousins does. This is a heck of a play by Brandon Carr. I thought initially Cousins had gotten it in there, but Jackson on the slant route, he got inside leverage, but the speed and then being able to get extended, Carr is able to knock the ball down.
2 catches for Jackson. 2nd and goal. 3rd time in the red zone for Washington. Cousins slings it. Pass is caught. And down inside the 2 is Pierre Garçon.
I wonder with that catch if Jay Gruden would be thinking 4-down territory, come away with a touchdown, but they got to get moving.
They have a timeout. They're wasting a ton of time, and finally I think Gruden called the timeout, and he did on the sideline. And so with the timeout, now 11 seconds remain. I think it's a valid point, wondering about whether Troy, it's a chance here to go for it on 4th down, but they got to come away with points. A, B, touchdown is almost a necessity, it feels like at this point.
I agree, and I think a lot of what happens on 4th down depends on what happens here on 3rd down. If they don't take a loss, I would expect him to go for it on 4th down, assuming they don't make it there on 3rd down, of course. But I think right now it just seems to me, as you watch this game and the way it's unfolded, them coming away with 7 points on this drive, it could very well determine the outcome of this game, because the Cowboys have moved the ball, they've got great momentum, and getting down in here once again inside the 10-yard line and having to try to settle for 3 points, I think will be demoralizing going into halftime.
Well, if Gruden is thinking about going for it on 4th down, that would lead to a throw.
That's right, he can't run the ball, so Cousins will have to get the ball out.
And here comes a decision between Crowder and Garçon.
I don't know what happened there, but there was just no opportunity whatsoever. That was just not a good look by the Redskins to give anybody a chance. Here's the opposite side, and Deshaun Jackson wanting to hold, but Cousins was never working that way, and I think Cousins just expecting Pierre Garçon to come back and maybe work that front pylon. And I think the way that play unfolded, Jay Gruden doesn't want to take his chances and going to come away with something.
This is like an old extra point. 20-yard try by Hopkins. And it's an 11-point game. Deshaun was unhappy before and after that play. That was before it. And then after it, He thought he was held by the rookie Anthony Brown. And it's 17-6. And barring a Thanksgiving Day memory, that'll be the score at the half. Big halftime show coming up. The Visa Halftime with Kurt, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. They'll analyze what we did not in this first half and the Lions' last-second victory. And Eric Church will perform live here in Arlington, Texas.
Hey, look at this first half again. To reiterate for the Washington Redskins, good on Sunday night in that win over the Green Bay Packers. But boy, offensively, they have really had a hard time in the red zone cashing in with touchdowns. And today, not only do they not come away with touchdowns, but 6 points left off the board with those misses. This would be an entirely different game here at halftime.
Give you injury updates with the shoulder injury suffered by Jordan Reed. Justin Durant is questionable with a hamstring. Redskins now 4 possessions, 4 times inside the Dallas 40 and only 6 points. In the red zone specifically, ranked number 29 in the NFL coming into this game here in week number 12. Two seconds remain in this first half. So a kneel down coming from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys winners of 9 straight. A franchise that's in its 57th season. And no team across the NFL has won more regular season games since the Cowboys came into the league in 1960. Dallas has never had a 10-game winning streak in a single season. They're halfway toward that here today. Halftime coming up. Today's excitement is brought to you by the new Nissan Titan. Excitement brought to you. That was today's excitement brought to you by the new Nissan Titan. Washington will get the ball to start the second half. Redskins have won 6 of their last 8, and that loss to Detroit and a tie with Cincinnati and London. While the Cowboys lost their season opener here at home to the Giants, and they've won the next 9. Kirk Cousins and company will start at the 25, and here comes Chris Myers.
At the end of the half, Joe, Ryan Kerrigan came off shaking his head in disbelief at the performance of Dak Prescott once again. They want to try and keep him in the pocket in the second half. Jake Gruden, I asked him how his kicker was, and he said he'll be all right, but it will affect my decision going for it on 4th down later, or whether we try for a field goal. Jordan Reed has a sprain in the AC joint. They worked on him. They're going to try to get him in the second half, see how he plays. He also said that Cousins told him in the first half he didn't take a lot of shots because the sunlight was a problem. It shouldn't be a problem in the second half. And back to you, Joe.
All right, thanks, Chris. First down from the 25. Down by 11, and the handoff is to Kelly. And Robert over the right side is stood up by Malik Collins, a good rookie. Gain of 3, down to Aaron Andrews.
Joe, Jason Garrett telling me his defense really needs to try to minimize the Redskins' big plays here. How do they do it? Tackle better. They also need to get off the field here, 3rd down situations. But other than that, very happy that they kept Washington to just field goals. Now, an update on linebacker Justin Durant. He is still questionable. They are telling me to return with a hamstring.
Keep an eye out for number 56. 2nd and 7. Thompson will try the left side and makes a good move and almost broke it. Byron Jones with the tackle. A first down for Washington at their own 40.
Oh, it's good. They got a chance in the right at the line of scrimmage by Anthony Hitchens, and he just not able to make a play. And to follow up on those 2 reports, the Redskins 240 yards of offense in that first half, and it sounds to me like they're going to get a lot more opportunities for big plays based on what Jay Gruden has said.
Here's a deep shot. Jackson incomplete, and good coverage by Skandrick downfield. Early in the year, Kirk Cousins was struggling a bit, and head coach Jay Gruden said there wasn't enough air under the ball from Cousins. He's been hitting a lot of these lately. And Cousins hit the deck after getting this one out of his right hand in the direction of Jackson.
Well, they haven't yet been able to sack Kirk Cousins, but they're getting a little pressure there. This is an offense that ranks 3rd in the NFL in plays of 20 yards or more in the passing game, and they're going to continue to take their shots down the field.
Here is Thompson, brought down immediately by Hitchens. A loss of 5. We've shown you how frustrated Deshaun Jackson has been with some non-calls. There's a grab by Skandrick.
You can see right here, he can't see that because he's outside of where it took place, and that clearly was a hold, and Deshaun Jackson's right in being upset for not getting it.
Jordan Reed is back in there for Washington on 3rd and 15. There have been just 3 flags thrown in this game, 2 penalties accepted total. Underneath, not what the Redskins were looking for, as Thompson's going to come up short. Brought down just shy of the 45-yard line by Sean Lee, a gain of 9. It's 4th down.
When you go back to the way that first half ended, when we were speculating as to whether or not Jay Gruden would go for it on 4th down to come away with a touchdown, instead he settles for the field goal. And I bet a lot that went into that decision, along with the play and how it looked on 3rd down, was the fact that he knew they were getting the ball to open this half, but Cowboys defensively make the stop.
Tress Way with a punt. And a late fair catch signal by Lucky Whitehead. Cowboys will have it after a 39-yard punt at their own 16, up 11. As we welcome you back on this Thanksgiving, Cowboys have their worst starting field position of the game, up 11. Starting at the 16, Elliott cuts back. Good play by Kerrigan. Ziggy Hood in there as well, and an extra twist at the end of that tackle. 2nd and 9, a gain of 1.
Well, you look at what the Cowboys, and more specifically Ezekiel Elliott, has done in this ball game. In the first 4 carries, he had 43 yards rushing, but in his last 5 carries, last 6 carries, just 3 yards. So this defense is tightened up against him. The problem is that Alfred Morris, he had a big run, as did Dak Prescott. They kept some drives going.
Elliott's already set the Cowboys rookie rushing record. Leads the NFL. And the ground game coming in. Prescott steps up. He's got Witten wide open. Getting a block on the outside from Williams, and Witten with a big gain and a 1st down. A catch and run of 21 yards.
Well, there's just a blown coverage. You can see as he covers the man running down the middle, and then Mason Foster, number 54, he does not. He goes in man wide, and nobody goes then with Jason Witten on the drag route. Just a blown coverage, and the Cowboys almost don't take advantage of it, but Dak Prescott finds him, and a good job of staying with the ball by Witten.
2nd catch for Witten in this game. Redskins looking for a defensive answer for Prescott. And he'll just take off and hop out of bounds a yard short of a 1st down. Picks up 9.
Pretty amazing. Dak Prescott in, 2 interceptions for the season, and under pressure, and sometimes a young guy, especially when he gets outside the pocket. It looked like Terrence Williams was working back, and it would have been a dangerous throwing back to the middle of the field while scrambling to your left. And you just watch him week after week, and rarely does he put the ball in harm's way.
Second and 1. Elliott's got a 1st down inside the 45. Your former backup, Jason Garrett, said that Dak Prescott plays like you did in your 8th year, which I thought was a shot at you.
Well, he said 7th year, but
okay,
I still think it was a shot.
Whatever.
I still think it was a shot at me.
He's saying that Dak Prescott has figured it out way before you did. And boy, he plays so well every week.
No question about that. I didn't win a game as a rookie, and I threw 18 interceptions. I think, that's why Jason Garrett went to Princeton. He can figure those things out.
Well, your story turned out a happy ending. Here's Elliott left side, cuts up, nothing there, flag. In the area of a hold, and we'll see if it is, and it is against Dallas.
Holding. Offense, number 77. That's a 10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
Second one on Tyron Smith.
Yeah, he's had a couple of those in this game. These edge rushers and outside linebackers, you see the hold right in the middle of the screen on Ricky Jean-Francois.
And then Ziggy Hood comes in helmet to helmet on Ezekiel Elliott. First and 20 now. Blitz. Blocked. Pass caught by Witten. Aaron Andrews more on Dak Prescott.
Well, Troy, you mentioned in the first half things got a little different when Tony Romo came back in the meeting room, and Jason Garrett telling us he found it very important to talk to the rookie Dak Prescott and tell him, you're the guy, just play. If you have to punt it, punt it. You need to know you're the quarterback here. Don't look around. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. But Jason Garrett telling us this guy doesn't need convincing of that. He's a little different breed there.
Well, Aaron, during the report, the Cowboys were lining up in a wildcat formation, and a timeout is taken. Dallas on the move, up 11. The timeout was taken by Washington as the Cowboys were lining up in a wildcat formation, 2nd and 12. Elliott delays at the line, and they have figured out Ezekiel Elliott, this Washington defensive front. Cullen Jenkins in there, a gain of just 1, 3rd and 11. Washington needs a stop.
Both these teams have been, pretty good on 3rd down in this ball game, but the Redskins have them right where they want them, 3rd and 11, and they need to make a stop.
Dez and Josh. Bryant and Norman at the bottom. Prescott throws. Pass is incomplete down the sideline for Williams. Covered by Breland. 4th down. And good work by this Redskin defense.
Yeah, 3rd and long. You got one-on-one. Take a shot. See what you can do. They run a double move on the outside with Terrence Williams, and good coverage by Breland, and they're letting him play a little bit down the field. Terrence Williams, he got his hands on Breland, but a good stop nevertheless by the Redskins, and one that they really needed.
Second punt for Chris Jones, with Crowder waiting for it. End over end, and a fair catch near the 10. 35-yard punt, nothing on the return. Back to work, Cousins, down 11. Well, the Mannequin Challenge has jumped the shark when we're doing it as our holiday hello here on Thanksgiving. There's been all time frozen in time, sleeping as he's doing right now behind us. There is David Thrower with the football. Drano with a flinch. It's a 5-yard penalty.
Larry's the best.
Larry, our Parav guy, hearkening back to the moment last week in Minneapolis. Starting from the 10, Kelly right side. And you can see why they like number 32 as he gains 8, knocked out by Byron Jones.
Yeah, they haven't really been able to get Kelly going all that well here in this game, and trying to make him one-dimensional, but Kirk Cousins, he's been hot. I mean, you look at how this game has gone. Now they got stopped on the first possession here to open this half, but they moved the ball throughout the first half and just were not good in the red zone, and that's been the difference. I mean, not coming away with touchdowns and then certainly the 2 missed field goals, but they've not had a problem moving the football against this Cowboys defense.
Yep, 0 for 3 in the red zone, scoring a touchdown. 2nd and 2. Kelly, well played. 2 linebackers, Damian Wilson, the main man in there, and he's taken over as the starter at the strong side linebacker spot.
Well, he finishes him off too. As you see Kelly, you're going to see Damian Wilson, number 57, who comes in and finishes him off right there. And he's a guy who, as you said, has taken over as the starter. Would have been a starter to begin the year, but he had an injury just before camp. He missed 3 weeks of training camp, and he kind of had to earn his way back onto the field, but he has done that in recent weeks.
Hitchens in there as well, and now a big body in Houston Bates in at fullback on 3rd and 1. Blocking to his right. First down carry. And that was all Robert Kelly. Almost went down in the backfield, but he gets a first down.
Yeah, Spencer Long, the center, he's playing for Corey Lichtensteiger, who went down a few weeks ago. Right here at the center, you're going to see him get pushed back. And normally when you get that kind of penetration, you see exactly who was on the nose right there, Cedric Thornton. You get that kind of push in the backfield, you don't normally pick up these 3rd and shorts. That's a great job by Kelly, keeping his balance and moving the chains.
This one's knocked down by Scandrick.
This is good work by Scandrick. He recognizes it immediately. He's coming on the blitz, but he recognizes that Kirk Cousins pulls up. He's going to throw the quick screen. He's even thinking that he had maybe an opportunity to catch that ball.
Second and 10. Cousins has Davis, and Vernon Davis with a first down across the 45. Wilcox on the stop, and a 27-yard completion to number 85.
Yeah, we've seen this combination now a few times. They run Jamison Crowder to the flat. That pulls the corner off of him, and then he's able to lay it into Vernon Davis. As I said, when you lose a guy like Jordan Reed, Vernon Davis, he's got to be able to do a little bit more than just be a blocker, although he has been more than that. He didn't have a catch on Sunday night against the Packers, but he went through a nice stretch there where he was making some real contributions in the passing game.
J.J. Wilcox is down. His secondary is already without Barry Church. And a corner in Morris Claiborne, the 5th-year pro, who's really playing well. He tore a piece of bone off his pelvis in a game against Philadelphia. He is hopeful to come back. He is less of a guarantee. Barry Church is maybe 2 weeks away. He'd like to come back next week. There's Morris Claiborne. So Wilcox is down, and they are thin in this secondary for Dallas. First down, Washington at their own 47. Cousins flushed out. He's got Carrier, the tight end. Brought down by Jones, a gain of 4. Let's go down to Chris Myers.
Joe, the staff, medical staff, trainer staff of the Redskins were working on that right shoulder area of Bashaud Breeland that you talked about moments ago. He was explaining to his teammates how he got hit. Now, he indicated when the coaches came over that he was good to go. So we'll see the next time the Redskins take the field.
Second down and 7. This is the 5th time in 6 possessions the Redskins are inside Dallas territory. Kelly spins out of 1 tackle, and the first guy there was Irvin. Couldn't bring him down, but then Kelly drew a crowd. Lee was in there. Crawford a loss of 2.
You got to secure the inside gaps, and Morgan Moses, the right tackle, he doesn't come down, and you're going to see that David Irving just blows him up. And hey, when we talked to Jay Gruden, he talked about how good Kelly was at making the first guy miss in the hole, but he did that. But man, I'm not gonna make a living trying to make those guys miss like that each time.
3rd and 8. Cousins slings it. Pass is caught by Jackson, short of a first down. And we'll see what Jay Gruden wants to do. A gain of 6. 2 yards short of a first down as Jackson made the catch. And the offense stays out there at the moment.
Well, they run Jackson on a pivot route, and there was time in the pocket, and you can see the frustration by Jackson, and it really was he wanted a ball he could catch and run. You know, and if he gets that throw, Kirk Cousins a very accurate passer, but that was one that got away. And I like this call right now by Jay Gruden.
Fourth down and 2. Cousins throws, pass, caught, first down. It's Pierre Garçon. Anthony Brown, the rookie, in coverage, and a good completion, a strong throw from Kirk Cousins out to his right.
Yeah, and it's fourth down, and you got bodies all around you, and this shows the patience of Kirk Cousins. Pierre Garçon was his 4th guy in the progression. That's good protection. You're not able to do that very often, but he works through his progression and works to put Garçon all the way on the backside, and he gets just enough to move the chains.
Play action to Kelly. Underneath it's Davis. And Heath makes the stop. Gain of 2.
Well, now it's Heath, and we've seen J.J. Wilcox when he was in there. When they've run that boot, and they've come out and they've hit that flat receiver, there's been a safety flying out, taking him out. That's good reaction time by Jeff Heath.
Wilcox up and moving around on the sideline. Now 2nd and 8. Four-man rush. Pass underneath. Crowder makes a move and cannot get around Sean Lee. Gain of 4. Small screen, stadium-sized content. Watch live local Sunday games on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. 3rd down and 4. Cousins for Reed. Downfield. Pass is caught. And a flag is thrown. What a catch. One-handed from Jordan Reed. Byron Jones in coverage, and he comes out of there limping. What a throw and an even better catch.
Yeah, it was, and it was great job by
defense number 31. That penalty declined. The result of the play is a first down.
They move Jamison Crowder across the formation. The Cowboys go with him. Immediately Kirk Cousins knows that he's got man coverage. Now is it going to be 2 deep safeties or 1? And he sees the rotation to the middle and knows he has one-on-one outside with Byron Jones and Jordan Reed. And that's an excellent throw and an even better catch. With one arm, that's great work. And another big play that we've seen all too often this year from this Redskins offense.
On 1st and goal, it's Kelly. And it's Sean Lee. And that could very well end the 3rd quarter. And here are the Redskins again inside the red zone, where they've gone 0 for 3 trying to score a touchdown. They need one. They're down by 11. To the 4th quarter we go. And this Fox Thanksgiving special will return after these messages and a word from your local Fox station. This went on during the break, and this little altercation with a left hand in the face of the rookie corner Anthony Brown, and then Deshaun Jackson went over to the sideline. You can see Jason Garrett saying he just punched him right in the face. A little slap on the face mask, no call. 2nd and goal from the 5. Redskins looking for their first touchdown. They've got it. Jordan Reed. And we'll see, and they will. The Washington Redskins will go for 2 here.
It's an excellent route by Jordan Reed. He's going to run the pivot route. He gets Byron Jones going across the field. He comes back out of it, and pretty easy touchdown on that play. And once you saw man coverage, Kirk Cousins knew who he was going to work. And Kirk Cousins glad to have Jordan Reed back on the field. Now they go for 2, try to make this a 3-point game.
0 for 2 this season on 2-point tries. Cousins picked off. Sean Lee. And he will bring it out. And the 2-point try doesn't work. So it remains a 5-point game. Reed with the first touchdown of the game for Washington. 2-point try did not work. Redskins 0 for 3 on attempts this season. There you go. There's the book.
If
you want to draw,
It's a great book. It's a great book about a son and his father, and I've read it. I know a lot of other people that have. It's really outstanding. Well done, Pards.
Well, thank you. And if you want to draw a crowd in Dallas, just ask your friend Troy Aikman to show up. Fun to be with you and the guys from the ticket yesterday.
Or Prescott.
Or Dak Prescott. But he can draw a crowd too. Cowboys have the football. They'll start at the 25, up 5. There's Allie, stage manager, right there, and then our information corner with Dave Schwabe, the spotter, on the left. Steve Horn in the middle, the editorial consultant, and the great Ed Sfida. Philadelphia zone manning the stats with young Jack Sfida riding shotgun. Here's Elliott. Finally gets loose after that first drive. They had shut him down, but not here. 21 yards brought down by Mason Foster.
Well, Gavin Escobar, the tight end, he's gotten more playing time with Jeff Swain going down. He's got to be able to block the edge in order to allow Elliott outside, and he does a good job. He hasn't done much as a receiver since he was picked in the 2nd round, but they've had to rely on him a little more in some of their 2 tight end packages to be a blocker, and he had a nice block that sprung Zeke Elliott against the Pittsburgh Steelers 2 weeks ago, and that was another job well done.
Look at the total yards. Over 100 more total yards put up by Washington. 21-yard run by Elliott, and here he is over the middle. Cuts back, and he's down near the 35.
Well, they bring the linebacker here, and as a result, nobody then is in the middle to take Ezekiel Elliott. I think that was Mason Foster. No, it was Will Compton. It looked like that was in coverage, and he comes and doesn't account for Ezekiel Elliott being a receiver out of the backfield and nobody in the middle.
100 total yards from scrimmage for Elliott. Here's a cutback by Ezekiel. After that big first possession for Dallas, Washington had held Elliott 8 carries, 13 yards. Then he ripped off a 21-yard carry, a catch and run of 19 yards. This one good for 1, 2nd down and 9 against Jay Gruden's defense.
Well, you finally cut the game to 5 points, and then you put the pressure with a 1-possession game back on Dallas, and you say, okay, well, how are they going to respond? And a couple nice plays here to get in Redskin territory.
2nd and 9 now. Prescott protected. Beasley underneath. First down. Reminiscent of Washington and Green Bay on Sunday night. Aaron Rodgers would do his thing, and then Kirk Cousins would come right back and answer. Now Dak Prescott and the Cowboys trying to answer that Redskin touchdown.
Yeah, it's the exact same route that we saw Jordan Reed run to score the touchdown for the Redskins, and Quentin Dunbar in coverage on Cole Beasley, and he's a special player. And One-on-one, you got to almost play inside and out. I really have not seen anybody be able to play man coverage against him and stop him.
Prescott keeps. Slaps at Kerrigan. And almost smacks into another Parab-Mike guy. Thanksgiving weekend continues with a pair of Pac-12 showdowns. Spots in the conference championship on the line. Tomorrow it's the Apple Cup as Jake Browning leads 5th-ranked Washington against Luke Falk. The 23rd-ranked Washington State. Then Saturday, 22nd-ranked Utah against 9th-ranked Colorado. It's all on Fox, or you can watch it live on Fox Sports Go.
Yeah, our buddy Joel Klatt will be on the call for the Apple Bowl.
Alfred Morris checks in, and he's now in the slot. Out to the right. Prescott. Bryant. Down to the 6. Working on Josh Norman. And then they go face to face.
Well, this is obviously a great matchup between these two guys, and we've seen more out of Des Bryant since he came back from his injury. Missed some games. He's been back now for 4 or 5 weeks, and those two jawing at each other. But he's made some big plays for this offense since his return. That was a nice catch.
This a few plays ago, they were in each other's faces, and well, Jason Garrett talked to us. They're going at it. We'll keep an eye on that. Down at the bottom of the screen, Garrett said, you know Norman's going to try and get into Dez's head. Prescott keeps looking for Witten. Going to run and score. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, the Cowboys kind of put Dookie Hanacho into a real tough position here, number 29, and he has to make a decision when he's out here on Jason Witten. Is he going to come up and make a play on Dak Prescott, or is he going to stay in coverage? And once he stays on Jason Witten and Prescott gets the edge, there's just nobody then left to make a play. No way Preston Smith's going to make the tackle.
The Dallas Cowboys just showed all their weapons on that drive. A 75-yard drive. Norman with a little shot to the back of Dez. They'll be going at it the rest of the game. You know that. Cowboys answer. Up by 12. Cowboys will kick off. Happy Thanksgiving from us to you. A 12-point game. And there's the answer. 75-yard drive put together by Dallas. Some Zeke, some Dez, some Cole, and some Dak. This rivalry renewed. Fun game on Thanksgiving here in Arlington. Well, let's see if Washington can answer the Cowboys' answer and get it back downfield as the deficit is 12. Hand off to Kelly. Survives a hit from Heath, and man, he can pull a pile with him. Mike Pereira is with us, and Mike, we've seen a lot of jawing and a couple of shoves between Josh Norman and Des Bryant. You like the way the guys are handling it down there.
Yeah, and I think the officials have had enough, and that's why they've gone to both teams to say, hey, they're going to clean this up. So, you know, it gets to that point where you want to warn the coaches and the players. I think it's interesting they sent 3 players to talk to, or 3 officials to talk to Gruden, and only 1 to Bryant.
2nd down and 3. Here's Kelly stringing it out, and a nice play is made down at the bottom there by Cedric Thornton. Mike just referred to it. It was 1 going over to talk to Des Bryant, 3 officials around Jay Gruden to try to get him to calm Josh Norman down. 3rd down and 1.
This has been a good down for the Redskins all afternoon, and obviously an important one here to climb back into this game.
They take a shot. Jackson is wide open. Downfield. downfield. He's got it. And into the end zone for the touchdown. 3rd down and 1. And Kirk Cousins hits a home run with a 67-yarder. That's a season long for Jackson.
I'm not sure what the rookie Anthony Brown was thinking. He's looking at the quarterback and just loses sight of the fact that Deshaun Jackson was continuing down the field, and Kirk Cousins was taking a shot. He lets the ball go before that happens with Anthony Brown. He was going to take a shot 3rd and short. They're going to take a deep shot one-on-one to Deshaun Jackson, and then Anthony Brown just inexplicably leaves him alone. Easy touchdown, Redskins.
Now the extra point by Hopkins to make it a 5-point game. How about that answer to the answer? And Deshaun Jackson will let the emoji go to work. 67 yards a season long, and number 11 makes it a 5-point game. Over the last 5 games, Kirk Cousins has averaged 332 pass yards a game, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Today, happy Thanksgiving. 371, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. The last 2 throws by Cousins have been for touchdowns.
Well, they wouldn't be in this game if it weren't for Cousins, because they just have not gotten much out of the running game.
Here's an onside kick try. And it is a loose ball recovered by, it looked like Damian Wilson, and it is. The Cowboys have it as Jay Gruden attempts an onside kick. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what Jay Gruden feels about this Dallas offense. They haven't been able to stop him when it's mattered, and there's Damian Wilson, the starting strong side linebacker, cutting through to make the recovery of the onside kick.
Well, let's go back and take a look. Here's the matchup on that 3rd and 1. You're going to see when Kirk Cousins turns it loose in the pocket right there, and Anthony Brown is in position, so he's going to take the shot up the field. He had one-on-one, which is what you would expect on 3rd and 1, but Brown just turns him loose. Touchdown, Redskins. Now, this call by Jay Gruden, really interesting, trying to catch him off guard and get the ball back, but now your defense is put in a real bind, considering that they've had a hard time slowing him down here the last couple drives.
Play action. And Prescott downfield, incomplete for Bryant. And it was Bryant against Norman again. 2nd down and 10. Meanwhile, after that last touchdown, the extra point makes it a 5-point game. Why is that important? Well, if the Dallas Cowboys end up settling for a field goal here, it remains a 1-score game in an 8-point affair. But right now, Dallas and Dak are thinking something bigger than a field goal. 2nd and 10. Handoff is to Elliott. Elliott turned that into a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 7 coming up. Chris Baker on the tackle.
The Cowboys haven't faced a lot of 3rd downs in this game, but overall they're 2 of 5 as they face this 3rd and 7. You convert here and you're pretty much guaranteeing the Cowboys that they're going to at least get a look at a field goal attempt.
Third down and 7. Prescott flushed. He's got room, and he slides, and a flag at the end of it as Dante Whitner came in and delivered a hit.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 39. Contact to a sliding quarterback. That's a 15-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
And it's not very smart. Dante Whitner's had some tough plays since he joined this Redskins team, and he lays in there on them. And they got man coverage, and they don't have a spy on Dak Prescott, and that's why the field opened up for him to take it and run. And costly penalty.
Takes the ball inside the 30 to the 28. Mike Pereira. Good call.
Yeah, he's a defenseless player when he slides, so he can't be hit anywhere in the head or neck area, and he did get him up high.
It's a 22-yard gain of field position, a 7-yard carry, and the 15-yard penalty. Dez and Josh at the top of the screen. Here's Elliott. Cuts back. Got around Ricky Jean-Francois and takes it to the 20. Where Norman brings him down, a gain of 8.
This guy's really something. There's nothing that he can't do. I mean, he takes the ball. He's got a defender right in his path, and he's able to put his foot in the ground and with his quickness make him miss and turn that into a nice gain.
Well, remember, he got such little work because of a bad hamstring in preseason. The first time the Redskins saw Elliott, he wasn't anything like what they're seeing now.
Yeah, it all started for him week 3. The first 2 weeks he was rushing things a little bit. That's what I said. They did a good job on him week 2, but he's a different runner the last 8 weeks.
2nd and 2. Here he is. Cuts upfield. Elliott flagged down all over the place. There are 4 flags on the field as Elliott took it into the end zone. There are 4 flags down on the field. We'll see if it's multiple infractions or just 1.
Holding. Offense, number 16. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay. 2nd down.
That's Vince Mayle, a wide receiver who has been recently added to the roster, and there's the hold as he grabbed Dante Whitner.
Not a good penalty to have when you're a receiver that just was recently added. I know Jason Garrett doesn't like it. I think it was a good call, but how about this Cowboys offense? You know, yeah, Jay Gruden gives them the short field, but these guys are answering the call.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd offensive holding call against Dallas in this game. Underneath, pass is caught, short gain. That's Dunbar. And he is flung to the ground, and they're going to throw a flag for that. Mason Foster. And I'm glad Mike Pereira is here to ask him if that was a good call, and maybe one will overrule the other.
Looked like a good call to me. Kind of body slams him. You don't know when the whistle was blown.
Here's the call.
There's no personal foul on the play, as the tackler did not ram the player into the ground on his head.
Mike Pereira.
Well, I thought they'd stay with the call because you can't lift and body slam a player down. It wasn't the most flagrant one that I've seen, but it's lift and slam down. I'm a bit surprised that they picked that up.
Well, that would have been an automatic 1st down. Instead, it's 3rd down and 9. That's a big flag pickup by this crew.
That's the biggest play in the game right now for the Redskins defense.
Cowboys inside field goal range. Prescott trying to get loose. Flag is down. There's Bryant inside the 5. And this flag is against Washington, it appears, in their secondary.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 47. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a 1st down.
Well, this time the Redskins put a spy on Dak Prescott. He starts to come and then he pulls out, and his eyes are just locked on Prescott. It was Sua Cravens that was doing that. Good one to have in that role, but Prescott, as he has all season long, he shows his poise and he throws a perfect ball to Dez Bryant.
And this time it's Bryant working on the rookie Kendall Fuller. The ball just inside the 2. They want Zeke. They've got him. Touchdown, Dallas.
Smith, the fullback, he helps lead the way, and then it's one-on-one in the hole. And Will Compton just not in a position to try to make the play on Ezekiel Elliott, but this was the play here on 3rd down, and that's a perfectly thrown ball. And Dez Bryant, as I said, he has really come alive since he came back from his injury, and he's made those contested catches. that we have grown to expect from him throughout his career. He made another one on that play.
Swagger down the sideline for Des Bryant. Ezekiel Elliott, 18 carries, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. And it's a 12-point game again. It's become the shootout that people expected. Second touchdown for the rookie, number 21. And the Cowboys' lead is 12. A look inside our production truck. Colby Bourgeois, Pete Chalveris in the back, Rich Russo, Richie Zients, Jake Jolivet. Real brain to this operation in that truck. And down by 12. Redskins will start at their 25. The last 4 possessions, 2 for each side, have ended in touchdowns. Still time left to do something about this score. 6.5 to go and 2 timeouts.
Yeah, 12-point game, 2 possessions down for the Redskins, and it's a good thing that Kirk Cousins is having another hot day, and they've got the ability to get down the field and pick up big chunks because they're playing against the clock as much as they're playing against the Cowboys right now.
Cousins, Reed, and he slides down just short of the 30, a gain of 5. Anthony Brown there defending.
Well, you go back and, you know, the decision by Jay Gruden to kick the onside kick certainly is going to be discussed, but you know, it was an aggressive call, but I don't think it would have mattered where they got the ball. I mean, the way that they've been moving it.
I think that was part of Jay's thinking. Here's Reed with a first down. He's thinking of kick it off deep. They just take more time off the clock and move it down the field, and that's what they've been able to do in this second half specifically. So he onside kick. Hopkins just dribbled it. And Damian Wilson, 57, came in and recovered it for Dallas.
Yeah, and give special teams coach Rich Bisaccia for the Dallas Cowboys credit. You know, that's a situation where a lot of times there'll be a mental lapse. Cowboys played it well.
Cousins fires a fastball out to Crowder. And he's out of bounds at the 40, a gain of 5.
They've got so many guys, you know, of course, with Jordan Reed now back in the lineup, and Pierre Garçon, as I said, not typically known as a deep threat. He went deep last week, but Jamison Crowder and Deshaun Jackson, and they can come after you in a lot of ways.
See, the day for Cousins is 2 touchdowns. Last 2 times the Redskins have had it. Here's Reed again. Pass caught, out of bounds. First down. Forced out by Byron Jones.
Times as Kirk Cousins has thrown the ball, he's yet to be sacked today too.
Cousins down the middle of the field, and the pass is caught by Reed. And for a guy that, as was reported, has an AC sprain in his left shoulder, and a hit he took from Jeff Heath in the first half, he's been busy and he's been good. A gain of 11. Here's Thompson. There's Damian Wilson with a catch of Thompson and the tackle inside the 40, a gain of 4.
Well, they had a shot to the deep post. It wasn't there, but they were trying to take a look, and Cousins thought about maybe cutting it loose, and it was a good decision coming underneath, just taking what he had.
Cousins over 400 yards in the game. And that's a false start.
False start. Offense. Number 79. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Tell you, for a team that's pointed toward home playoff games, talking about the Dallas Cowboys, a win here, they go to 10-1. The atmosphere in this building is entirely different than at any other point since this facility opened up. I mean, it is loud in this building, and that hasn't always been the case.
Well, they've had a lot to cheer about all year.
2nd and 11. pass is caught. Jones on the tackle. Ball comes out, and they're saying incomplete. It's an incomplete pass, despite the return by Lawrence. Incomplete. No catch and fumble. And it'll be 3rd down and 11 as DeMarcus Lawrence gets the bad news that he doesn't get the score. Let's take a look at it regular speed.
So that's what they're looking at. They're viewing it in real time. If it's bang bang,
is an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down, Washington.
Well, you could make Mike Pereira a better case for a catch and then down by contact.
Well, you could make a case for a catch and forward progress, probably, because it comes out when he's being driven back. However, they did not rule that, and replay can't put that on. You can't put progress on.
So to me, he makes the catch, making a move with the ball, knee down, but they rule it incomplete. And the ball now is at the 44, 3rd and 11 with 4:04 left. Underneath, pass caught. Crowder got a lot of work to do, and he's short. Wow. He did everything except get the 1st down, but he's going to bring up 4th and 1.
Well, I like the throw. I mean, it was not a good throw by Cousins, but I like the decision knowing they're going to go for it on 4th down. But that was all Jamison Crowder. Great catch, makes a few people miss to put this at 4th and 1.
And they're going to throw. And they're going to convert. Thompson, and out of bounds to stop the clock with 3:32 left. The NFC East is the strongest division in the NFC. Dallas looking for their 10th straight win. They're the Giants. They're in Cleveland this Sunday. They've won 5 straight. Washington's won 6 of their last 8, and they're right there. In Philadelphia, 5-5.
Well, this is a game, if you look at it reasonably, that if the Redskins are going to have any chance to win the division, they've got to win this game right now.
They won it last year at 9-7. Here's a 1st down play. Underneath, Crowder. Breaking tackles and lunging for 9.
That guy's something else. I mean, he was picked up and drafted really to be a punt return guy and provide a little depth as a wide receiver, and he just earned his way onto the field, and he is a special guy, as we've seen, you know, really since he started playing, but especially here tonight and on this drive. He's made a lot of nice runs.
Here's one to the end zone, broken up, and well played defensively with Brown back there. Ryan Grant the target, and good coverage.
Yeah, it was good coverage. Anthony Brown, and then safety help, so you got to thread it, and just a good job by the Cowboys all the way around. And you know, Jay Gruden realizing that, you know, with the clock where it is, they got to get in the end zone as quickly as possible.
Really desperate to do it on this side of the 2-minute warning.
They just have 2 timeouts left.
Ball was loose for a moment, and Kirk Cousins, who rushed for an important 4th down conversion against Green Bay on Sunday night, is able to pick it up, but the clock's running.
Yeah, the ball came popping out. Sometimes on those sneaks, you don't stay in there under the center very well. His hands come apart, the ball goes right through him, and they're fortunate there.
Cousins, Thompson, that's not going to do much. It's a gain of just 3. Jones on the tackle, and again with only 2 timeouts remaining, it's imperative for Washington to try to get the score before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, and Rod Marinelli, he's just fine with these underneath throws, and his guys are coming up making plays after the catch.
2nd and 7. Pass is caught. Reed, but the clock will wind. It's a 1st down, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Washington will need a score, and then they'll have to think about another onside try. 1st down for the Redskins, who trail by 12. 1998, Troy Aikman threw for 455 yards against Minnesota. Kirk Cousins is only 14 yards behind. That's a Thanksgiving Day record. Right now, he's thinking about a touchdown, not a record. First and goal. Down by 12. End zone. Reed, what a catch. Touchdown. What an athlete. 6'2", 246 up into the air, and that score has made this really interesting.
Well, Kirk Cousins has thrown the ball 53 times in this game, and he's not been sacked once. This offensive line has done a great job once again on this play, and you got Jordan Reed working the baseline. He's able to get inside leverage on Brandon Carr. That's a corner that a tight end is working against. May as well be a wide receiver, as talented as he is, but he gets inside, and a well-thrown ball by Kirk Cousins, and he goes up and gets it. We don't know how hurt he is, but he has, as you said, Joe, he has played great since he came in off the bench in the injury.
Got hurt in the first half, came back in the second half, and Hopkins knocks it through. It's a 5-point game. 41 completions for number 8. That's a season high across the NFL. And it's a 5-point game in Texas. Emotion in this game, and the hands team is out there for the Dallas Cowboys, and that includes Ezekiel Elliott, Des Bryant, Gavin Escobar, Jason Witten. They expect the onside kick try with 1:53 left in a 5-point game. And it is along the sideline and out of bounds. And that's why the flag is in the air, as that ball ended up out of bounds. So that kick by Hopkins had a little too much heat on it.
Yeah, it had some heat. He never got the hop that you're hoping to get. Instead, when it
out of bounds.
Hit, it just scooted
Washington.
low.
The ball we placed at the 47-yard line. First down, Dallas.
So the Cowboys take over at the 47 of the Washington Redskins, and we've shown you Bashaud Breeland injured earlier. They were looking at the upper body in the first half, and now they're looking at the lower body as he got caught in that pileup on the sideline.
Clock to 1:51.
So we will take a break. 1:53 left. Cowboys with the ball at the Washington 47. Redskins 0 for 2 on onside kick attempts in this game. Cowboys lead by 5. Jay Gruden's Washington Redskins with a short week. A Sunday night game at home, had to travel for this Thursday Thanksgiving game. They went through 3 walkthroughs. They had Monday off, walked through early and late on Tuesday, one on Wednesday before they traveled. The offense is certainly clicking, but the defense has not been able to come up with a stop when they've needed it. And from the 47, first down Dallas. Here's Elliott. 1 first down, and there's no chance for Washington. There's their second timeout. And remember, because they missed a 2-point try earlier, the Washington Redskins, if they get it back, will have to score a touchdown. And so we will welcome you inside the broadcast booth, and happy to have you with us on this Thanksgiving. And from all of us to you at home, we wish you the very best on this day. It's been a great game, and I think when you look at this game, if Dallas ends up winning, okay, they win 10 straight, but man, this is a dangerous Washington Redskins team.
Yeah, they no question. They're a really good football team. They're really good offensively, and I think we all wondered how they were going to come in and play based on what you said. The late game Sunday night, they've come in and they've played well. I don't know that it would have helped the defense.
Here's a throw to Beasley, and that's going to do it. First down Dallas, and they are seconds away from their 10th straight win.
Just going to say, Joe, I don't know that it would have helped the defense if it was on a normal week. Just that this Cowboys offense is not real complicated. They just physically impose themselves on you, and that's what they were able to do in this game against this Redskins defense.
How about the offensive line? Dak Prescott joked with us that he's getting soft as opposed to when he was at college at Mississippi State, because this line does such a good job protecting him, opening up holes for Ezekiel Elliott. And Washington did not even use their last timeout after that last play. They have one left with a minute on the clock. Elliott just has to hang on to the ball. Had a couple of fumbles in that Week 2 win at Washington, and there's the final timeout by the Redskins. And how about Dak Prescott, Troy? As you look at the now backup Tony Romo, Prescott came in as the first rookie all time with 300 or more passing yards, 2 or more touchdown throws, and no interceptions in back-to-back games over their last 2 efforts. The numbers aren't gaudy today, but no mistakes, no interceptions, no fumbles, a quarterback rating of around 110, just below it. Another strong game for number 4.
Well, you run out of superlatives when it comes to how well that he has played. And how about this Cowboys team? I mean, you got Dak Prescott, you got Zeke Elliott, and then these offensive linemen, many of whom are locked up till 2021, and they're young players. And I mean, it sure looks like the Dallas Cowboys are going to be around for a long time.
You saw the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Cowboys. Their next game is Thursday, so a normal week against Minnesota. Same for the Vikings, by the way. They played earlier, and for the Redskins, at Arizona, at Philly, the next 2 weeks. And then they will close their season out with a home date against Carolina, at Chicago, and home against the Giants. State Farm post-game show is coming up. And how about the Cowboys? They've won 10 straight under head coach Jason Garrett, who will enjoy his Thanksgiving dinner. They're 10-1. And in their 57th season of franchise history, the Dallas Cowboys, for the first time, have won 10 straight in a single season. And they've done it with a rookie quarterback and a rookie running back. We'll come back and wrap up after this.